This podcast is brought to you by The Night in Question, the newest thriller by Liz Lawson and Kathleen Glasgow, the New York Times bestselling authors of their high school's annual Sadie Hawkins dance. Alice takes the opportunity to explore Levy Castle, the site of classic film star Mona Moody's infamous death. Alice is pretty sure to uncover one of its biggest and most dangerous secrets
to the parking lot, then into the golf.
Also available in audio.
Are you at the hotel now?
Not currently. The police has pushed us further and further away from the hotel proper, first into the parking lot, then into the golf course beside it. Now a bunch of us have crossed the street. We're at the McDonald's across the road.
Gotcha. Okay, so you were inside the building. Did the alarm start going off?
No, it was during the opening ceremonies for the entire event. It was the board of directors sitting on stage introducing us all to the convention before one of them says, "We just got an email. It seems credible. We have to leave." And we all evacuated after that.
So it was a self-evacuation. It wasn't like the police came in and told you to do it.
No, the police did not come first, and there were no alarms.
Okay. How many people roughly would you say were inside this meeting?
Today's the first day, so we have definitely not peaked yet. Last year, it had an end attendance of about 1,500. So today, I'd say maybe 1,200 to start, but it'll pick up as the weekend goes on.
Okay, that's a lot of people. So you have to help set the scene because I don't know much about the convention. Were you in costume at the time, or most people?
No, the costumed amount of people at conventions can vary greatly. Usually it's about 1 in 4 to 1 in 8. So even though they're the most visually present people, they're not the majority most times. There were a good number of people wearing costumes at this time, though, because it was the opening ceremonies for the convention.
So you were saying that during the opening of this convention, there was over 1,000 people there, and what would you say percentage-wise were in costume? I'm just curious.
Maybe something like 25%. I'd say it's about 1 in 4.
Okay, so at this point, they get an email, and they announce to the crowd, hey, we got this email, it's time to evacuate. I'm guessing the police showed up while you're evacuating, or did they show up after?
Yeah, they showed up while we were evacuating. While we were all still coming outside, the police car started to roll into the hotel parking lot.
Yeah, we saw on social media, too, that everyone was calm. It didn't seem like there was, a panic or anything like that. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. There wasn't really a large panic because in some ways the furry fandom is unfortunately getting used to this. It's kind of becoming part of daily life to some degree, I think, where we can all understand that, someone can just call something in. And this is actually the third time this month at a convention that there has been a police presence. There was an evacuation 3 weeks ago in Vancouver in Canada for a similar threat being called in for a convention. Last weekend, there was police at Vernal Equinox in Toronto, which is a convention they have there. And so now it's the first threat at an American convention this month.
Wow. Have you, have you attended these in the past? Is this, because you mentioned other conventions this seems to happen to. Have you witnessed something like this before in person?
Yes, I was at both of those. This is my fourth convention this month in a row. So only one of the conventions I went to this month did not have a threat.
Okay. So do you travel to go to these conventions? Do you live in the area, or are you just passing through?
Just passing through. I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you travel quite a far for these type of... Is this like the... I don't know the right term, but the busy season? Is this normally when you see primarily the convention circuit, or are they spread out throughout the course of the year?
They are spread out throughout the course of the year. Many states have their own convention, sometimes more than one, and many countries, well, being in North America, we're pretty much just Canada and the U.S. here, but lots of other countries have their own conventions as well. I'd say the busy season tends to be late summer, August into September is the busiest time, but this time of year from March till May can also be quite convention busy as well.
So what type of threats have you seen? Because you said you go to these conventions, you've seen this before. Primarily, are people just trolling these conventions, or because it doesn't sound like you feel it's legit for the most part, you feel like it's a lot of trolling. Is that what it feels like?
Oh yeah, it is just trolling, just 100%. We're not fazed by these people because, like, I don't remember the email off the top of my head, but I replied to the tweet that it was a spoofed email, like it was a burner email address, and the chair of the convention actually told us the name of the email, and it was something really stupid. It was like @cryingbaby.com. So it was like literally just a troll, and it sucks that these people are able to abuse like the police resources and taxpayer dollars just for what? Just for some like cheap internet, like haha funny moment points. Like that's not anything. And calling in fake threats like this is a crime in a lot of places. So all we can hope for from the fandom is that the people that are wasting, the resources like this are going to get found out and they're going to get convicted.
So did they give you any indication of when you might be able to go back in, or how are you going to find out when it's time to go back in?
The convention Twitter will probably put out a statement. There's also some convention chats on apps like Telegram and Discord where they will probably pin and post a statement once it's fully safe to return. But right now, we're still a few hours out, it looks like. We're all still outside.
Tamara Green, aka Strawberry, was a beautiful, young, exotic dancer and mother of 3 who was gunned down months after she was connected to a wild